Oh, it's the lover again. Brought me some gold, have ye?
40,000 gold. Have it right here.
Oh, I didn't expect that, mate. I figured I had plenty of time for another ale, but the cups'll have to wait a bit, I guess. Are ye ready to go?
I'm ready. Well, shit. Not an illusion this time. I the bitch queen. It's the Qualzarn. Everyone to your weapons, or you will soon be feeling Umberlee's cold embrace. Yes, can we get on to the killing? So, what is a real Qualzarn? Moderate. 60 feet long, with a maw capable of swallowing an overall. I bet it is.
Everyone, I'll cover this one.
Shit.
Prepare to taste steel.
Blood-sucking wraith. Ah! Everyone, everyone attack! Ah! Ah! Yeah!
Barely see the damage.
Everyone attack! Ah! Ah!
Oh, now it's starting to take damage.
Ah!
Curse it all! What did you know we'd be attacked by the serpent of the harbor? Past Umberlee, bitch queen of the sea, for that foul beast and our even fouler luck. What are you all staring at? Waiting to see if it returns? The show's over, time's a-wasting, and none of us are getting younger. Go back to work, the Dark Dahlia waits. There it is, the Dark Dahlia. Say ye prayers, mateys, and prepare to be bored. Prepare to board, let's take it to him. We were already on the wrecked ship. Not masked mage. I need to get to the fucking mage. Can't do shit. Even attack. Why can't I move? No spell. Waited too long before we got to him.
Die, vermin!
There's not much I can do.
Die, vermin!
Kill the mage. What a fight! What a glorious fight! I swear I'll tip more tangers to the tail of this knight than any other in me memory. Ha ha! So alive. Ye best be getting move on and get what you need. I'm sure we've already been spotted from the city, and the Night Mask won't take kindly to a bit of fun we've had. Just be thorough, it goes without saying. We won't be coming back. So we're basically taking everything we can carry. Fighter's helmets, Stormbringer, like a magical battle axe. +1 electrical damage. We use lightning bolts. As charges for lightning bolts. Really? What weapon are you using? It's 2 bonus.
Yes! Everyone attack!
So good so far.
Evil beware. I am in charge now.
Yeah, good for you.
House was formed. Appeal no.
Don't really know if I should expect a lot of trouble or not.
Your dick to act. Follow me. Your dick to act.
I think we might as well expect the trouble.
Appeal no. Glory conform. Appeal no.
Sarcophagus. Well, well, well. It's a vampire. Yeah, because there's the earth here in there, not just the sarcophagus. Kajil's ledger. We know where Kajil is. Question is Latasha. Overpowering. Cold and beautiful, this woman possesses the ageless beauty of death.
I'll try to handle
Well, I
this one
probably
quickly.
can't just turn her.
Die,
That's
vermin!
gross. chain lighting her ass.
Everyone attack!
I shall taste your blood yet, fool. You've discovered the awful secret behind the Dark Dahlia. After boarding the ship and defeating its crew, you entered Dark Dahlia's hold and discovered a coffin buried in a large mound of earth. When you opened the coffin, a vampire named Latasha rose up and attacked you. You promptly defeated the bloodsucker, sending her gaseous form drifting away into the cracks of the ship's planking. In the vampire's coffin, you find evidence linking her to the Night Mass and a mysterious figure known as Kajil. You should report this information to Pinnacle at once. Kajil's letter. Mistress, it took some work, but the safe house you ordered is secure and ready for use. We want to be discreet entering the city. A rival guild called the Ebon Claws has sprouted up overnight and is constantly interfering with guild plans. No doubt they would...
My attacks aren't doing anything!
It's already gone. Ah. Or not. Yeah, it's gaseous form. He's gone. No doubt they would salivate at the thought of eliminating one such as you.
Everyone attack!
We paid 40,000 for this. Are ye ready to leave? I think so. Aye, and you're sure you have everything you need. Needless to say, we won't be returning. I'm sure. Then we're off. Oh, just so you're not taken by surprise, I'm dumping you off at the dock and cutting out over here. Westgate's gonna be a bit too hot for me to stay now. Tonight's entertainment's been fun. I'll remember to tip my glass to ye in every fine drinking establishment I visit from now on. Best of luck to ye in the future. Thanks. You too. Well, vampires. On the positive side, we have a fairly good class to handle that. We have good resistances. We have anti-evil abilities. So, be a lot worse. Seeker Tarmish. Unbelievable. He was right again. What am I saying? Of course he was right. The prophet is always right. You there. Yes, you are Galedia Mellifer, and this is Charissa Merinas of Waterdeep. I am Seeker Tarmish, and I would have words with you. What about me? Yes, the prophet said you would be here too, Renara. I meant no disrespect, but Galedia is the leader of this group, and it is Charissa we seek. I'm always intrigued when strangers approach me in the street and call me by my name. It is either a very good sign, or a very bad one. I assure you that this is good, or at least I think it is. The prophet is a holy man. the first follower of Tyr in this city.
Here, in this city, was not aware that Tyrants had established a church here.
It is not a church per se. Our enclave currently numbers only two. Brother Edens is the prophet who came here some years ago to establish Tyr's presence in this den of corruption. As I said, my name is Seeker Tarmesh, and I am simply blessed to be able to sit at his feet and learn from his wisdom. This very morning, the prophet had a vision from the name God. He said great things were afoot, for a new warrior of Tyr had come to the city, one that would right a great wrong, rescuing those in need and destroying others who would profit from their misery.
Well, that sounds like a fair enough description of me.
Yes, the prophet gave me your names and descriptions, and said you would pass this very spot at this very moment. And he was right. Now I have only to bring you to him.
If I had but known there was a Tyran enclave in the city, I would have started there before seeking aid from the hapless Lathanderites.
I know not why the maimed god hid our presence from you until now. I only know that the time has come for some great purpose. I'm sorry that I know so few details, but the prophet himself will be able to explain much more. Come, he waits for us even as we speak.
Tell Lydia we should speak with this man at once. Yes, let's go immediately.
I would say this is a companion quest. I wonder what the man tide
Ah,
says.
you have finally arrived. I have been eagerly waiting for you. And you, Charissa, I have been eager to speak to most of all.
And I you. At least since I heard of your existence.
Well, I hope that an old blind man does not disappoint.
No, but it is surprising to see one such as you who follows Tyr. He is such a vigorous god.
He is a maimed god, as I am maimed. I was not born blind, but have become so in the service of Tyr.
Of course, brother.
Oh, I did not mean to chide you, sister. I simply say that we are all maimed in our own way, even you.
I most certainly am not. I'm fit as...
Oh, in body there is no doubt, but there are more ways to be maimed than that. But this is neither the time nor place for this. I have called you here for another reason altogether. As has been noted, I am physically blind, so my ability to directly battle the forces of evil is now greatly hampered. Seeker Tarmesh, I will fight the vermin you speak of, Prophet. Just send me. Ah, you have the heart of a paladin, my dear boy, but the unfortunate skill of a farmhand. No, the cause of the maimed god will not be furthered by your needless death. But so, Charissa, you see that our enclave is too weak to move against the evil Tyr torments me with in my mind's eye. Helplessly, I have meditated here day and night as I watch the forces of darkness grow ever stronger in this city. But in you, dear sister, Tyr has granted us the chance, finally, to right a wrong committed so long ago. You have the youth, the strength, the God-given power to finish these evildoers once and for all.
Tell me of this evil, and it will be an abomination in the eyes of Tyr. So help me by all that is just. I shall destroy it.
I knew you would agree, and I know you shall succeed. The people in question are slavers, abide upon any city in Faerun, but they are especially vile here. They are headed by a Thayan, one of the infamous Red Wizards, who oversees the import of slaves from the east and their shipment to the west. This group has been in operation for a decade or more, and the sheer volume of human traffic they move would boggle the mind of most. It all makes me weep, and I'm not a soft man. I have seen more than my share of horror in my younger days.
Point the way then. I will deliver Tyr's justice. Tyr's final justice to this red wizard and any other slaver I find there.
Allow me to show you on your map. Here it is. It is near the docks, as you can see.
Excellent, then I'm on my way. I shall return when these vermin are dead. Kaledia, I would appreciate if you would aid me in this endeavor. Of course I shall assist you.
Then I bless you, sister, and all who aid you. Go with Tyr's blessing, and may his glory guide your path.
Ah, why not? They seem to be on the level. Rena District. Was in the harbor district. Wonder what the influence will gain you in this game. Currently there hasn't really been any test of influence your characters. Neverwinter Nights original campaign, I guess it'll aid you here and there and decide who you have to fight against in the final fight. What about here? Shady Huckster. Mongrel. This dog paws and growls at the nearby barrel. There's some old meat at the bottom of the barrel. Despite the flies crawling around, it appears mostly unspoiled. As you pick up the meat, the dog immediately shifts its focus to you. It begins to whimper and beg at your feet. Give the meat to the dog. The entire chunk is gone in 10 seconds flat, as the dog hungry gobbles it down. Okay. After sniffing around one final time, the dog trots off, its tail wagging happily as it disappears into the crowd. Okay. Another side entrance. Probably unusable.
I couldn't do that if you offered me all the gold in Westgate. It's impossible.
How much money do I have? 26,000. It's not that bad.
Yes?
Bio Nova. Jordik to X. Jordik to X. No me favor. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Bio Nova. No me favor. Glory favor. Bio Nova. Everyone attack!
Let's free some slaves. Shadows. Haven't seen you in a while. Come on.
I'll try to handle this one quickly.
Don't, please. They're just shadows.
Yes.
You hear the sound of gong ringing in the distance. This looks suspicious. The wall appears to be real, turns out to be an illusion. Ah, a lot of illusions. Sensible illusions in this game though. Cellar. That's a lot of archers.
Follow me. Follow me.
You can do whatever you want to do there. Then exit. You let them fumble about in the fires for some time. Yeah. Saves me the job. Doesn't seem like a good plan to me. They started dying. Yeah, I just don't get their plan. Let's light this bridge on fire and then go there.
If you need something looted, I'm your woman.
Sure you are.
Try not. Ha! You'll be begging for death before I'm done with you. Ha! Just die already. Ha! Ha!
Nice to see my investment in fire arrows is paying off.
Everyone attack!
It's oil. How do you bypass this somehow? I really don't want to go through that.
Everyone, don't move!
That should be easy enough.
Let's see how much damage we're gonna take from it. Just burning oil, really. It's not that bad. Still doesn't look like it's going to let up anytime soon, so just thinking maybe some kind of frost attack might do it, but we don't really have anything, so just
Follow me.
quickly. I see.
Everyone, if you need something, I have a plan.
The oil here is
Easily done.
stopping us.
Ready. If you need something looted, I'm your woman.
Are you taking damage?
My steel shall lead the way.
Because it's acid.
Evil beware. I am in charge now.
For fuck's sakes, just
If you
run.
need something looted,
My steel shall lead the way.
Sure.
Group movement doesn't really work all the time. Rather, it works through questionable logic. I suppose some kind of real-time strategy game AI would be the best there.
House was formed. Ready.
I suppose this doesn't necessarily lead outside, so it would have been an alternative path, but since we already removed the defenses here, we might as well see this through. Wizard. Salivar. Couple of tough guys.
Everyone, don't move!
Absolutely.
I can do that.
Yes.
Well, well, what do we have here? Another hapless do-gooder, no doubt, though I sense a bit of the divine in this intrusion. Not the toothless Lathanderites, to be sure. Most certainly not, vile witch. I figured as much. You reek too much of tear. Tell me, did Brother Eden send you? He told us of your crew, but I came of my own will in the name of Tyr. Ah, I shall have to repay him for his kindness then, after we dispose of you. And now I have learned all I need to. Destroy her.
Dear John Queedy.
Endure elements. Well, that's an interesting choice to go with.
Everyone attack!
You'll be begging for death before I'm done with you.
Everyone attack!
There are the vermin.
I can do that easily enough.
Yeah,
I
good
can
for
do
you.
that.
Are you coming our way or not? The answer is not. Close the door then. Ooh.
Everyone attack! Everyone attack!
That
Don't.
should be easy enough. Try not to bleed on. Holy incompetence!
To the hells with you!
Well, shit.
Dear John Queen.
The other guy. Whatever. It's a disintegration ray. Now we should have no trouble anymore. And he should be blind and dead.
Blood-sucking wraith.
He's escaping. How is that possible? Well, well, what do we have here? It's the same conversation again.
I'll try to handle it. Everyone attack!
Yeah, cannot possibly be killed. Anti-venom chainmail. That's new. Not particularly useful, maybe, but stop blocking the loot. Wow, it's a bit bothersome now. I might have. Ooh, a ruby. I might be unable to do anything for her, to her anymore.
Everyone attack! Follow me.
Clean key.
Everyone attack!
Well, he's trying to do us damage. Yeah, I'm totally unable to kill her, but she can do things to us. Seems a bit unfair to me. Yeah, I think this is basically a lost cause at this point.
Blood-sucking wraith. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
What's so fucking hard about follow me, man? Because you're blind and
You'll
deaf.
be begging for death before I'm done with you. I'm leading? I think I deserve an extra share of the loot for this.
So you have destroyed my operation here, but your triumph will be short-lived. Do not think that they will endure this humiliation. And it is now personal. I swear I shall be there when our vengeance is wrought. Remember the name Valuka Arterbrand. I promise you shall hear it again. Wait a minute. You're named Valuka Arterbrand of Waterdeep. Yes, do I know you? It was your abduction that caused my parents to be put in jail. What happened to Pharaoh Sneed? My abduction. Where's Sneed? What a fool you are. It's almost tempting to enlighten your ignorance, but I have way too much to do. Suddenly, the wizard seizes a lever and a nearby control panel and slams it down. With a quick violent jerk, the lever comes free of the panel even as you hear the sound of hissing gas. In case you were thinking of chasing me, know that this door leads to a gas chamber in which I have trapped several slaves. Even as we speak, it is being flooded with poisonous fumes. Within minutes, they'll all be dead. Well, you heroes sure do have tough choices sometimes. I'd love to see how it turns out. But for there to actually be a choice, I need to leave. So farewell, idiots, until we meet again. Quick, Galadia, let's get after her. Hmm. Yeah, and these choices should be made fast instead of giving you time to think about it. I don't think either choice is particularly wrong. I mean, save the slaves, but if you let a slaver go, so you save the few, but at the same time you're not solving the problem. At the same, in the same sense though, she's gonna be replaced if we get her. So we're basically just going to let these slaves die for what? Hmm. My gut feeling though is save the slaves first. But here is a god of justice, not as protecting the weak. There's another reason I'm reluctant to go after her is because the game is basically bullshitting us. She should have died there already a couple of times, but she didn't. We must help the slaves first. What? That woman is the only chance I have of freeing my parents. We don't have time, let's go. And what of your principles? What of Tyr? I don't have time for your philosophical discussions. Are you coming or not? No, the slaves don't have time. In mere moments the gas will kill them. But they might be dead already, in fact. Then let's chase after her. Onward then, yeah, action toward evil. Why can't I use the slave controller? Slaves have all perished during your struggle with the shot.
Everyone attack! I'll cover this one.
Even the gods can't tame you.
I'm wasting my time.
Try not to be too much, fool.
Unholy idiocy! I didn't want her dead, but the stubborn fool wouldn't come quietly. Well, there's nothing to do about it now. Yes, but I was hoping Felucia would come with me. Now that's impossible. I still need something that will exonerate my parents. Let's see if she's got anything on her. What's this? A journal of some kind. This might have something useful in it. It says here, she's a scumbag who cares. Yes, she's an evil witch. The Thanes are terrible people. Come on, get to the good stuff, Felucia. Oh, here she's talking about Brother Eden's arrival at Westgate. They should be in the... By Tyr's wrath, Brother Eden's. If what this says is true, Brother Edens was once Pharaoh Sneed. Oh? Pharaoh Sneed was the pirate captain that abducted Fallujah Arterbrand from Waterdeep many years ago. He was also a business associate of my parents, whose illegal side business eventually landed them in prison. I think we need to have another talk with Brother Edens very soon. Let's look around here a bit more first. All I said was soon, but all you wish for now. Wand of Heavens, Wand of Paralyzation.
Oh, we should really sell some of this stuff.
Oh
I'm
my
leading.
god.
I think I deserve an extra share of the loot for this. Yes.
Light crossbow. Wasn't quite sure what that was. No protection plus 2.
If you need something looted, I'm your woman.
Armor plus 3, so that
Sure.
doesn't do much.
I can do that.
Plus 3 cloak protection. Right,
Ready.
ready. This would be an exit. Right. Well, we made our choice. Slaves are dead because of it. Definitely, I would say an evil choice. And I still don't think there's anything particularly good or bad about it. Well, I also don't see any slaves, so...
Everyone attack!
I hear crumbs pointing.
I suppose the major decision maker there was the fact that there wasn't
Can anyone heal me?
a clear, perfect choice with what we had. And fuck's sake. And we had to choose between basically backing up a companion or not. So might as well back up the companion.
Everyone attack!
In that way, we're going to guarantee to get something out of it. And there, in a city like this, there's probably a huge amount of slaves and people
Everyone
suffering
attack!
all over the place. It's not a straightforward choice. I fully accept the point of evil that it gave, but what I mean is, let's say you're fighting against an insurgency, your typical terrorist trash, and they can easily use your code of ethics really to hamper you, really neuter your capability of fighting them. Or alternatively, you can accept that fighting them is going to cause additional civilian casualties because of the way they fight, and just get rid of them as efficiently as possible. instead of just letting them use civilians as cover and so forth. So while it's easy to understand why you wouldn't want to use or why you want to take a huge amount of care when fighting near civilians, you also
Everyone
understand that
attack!
in the long term it might be much more effective to just get things done. Yeah, the number of civilian casualties will increase, but in the long term you probably handle the problem much more efficiently and effectively, even bringing down the overall casualties in the long run, because you can actually get a handle on things, be effective enough. You know that they'll still might use civilians as a way to produce propaganda, but even everyone sort of learns the rules fairly quickly. I mean, if you see armed people entering the same building as you are, and they're starting to fight with some others, you know that you need to get the fuck out of there immediately. The other side is not gonna hold back just because there happens to be civilians around.
Everyone attack!
I have seen a vision that the slavers have been dealt with and Feluca is dead. Such is how it must be, I'm afraid, and I've no doubt that you, Charissa, have many questions.
I have only one. Do you admit to being the ex-pirate captain named Pharos Sneed?
Indeed. That was my name in my former life.
You slime! Because of you, my parents have languished in a Waterdavian jail for 25 years. All because you had to kidnap Feluca Ardebrent and frame them. Why,
I did not kidnap Feluca. She came of her own free will. What happened to your parents was unfortunate, but I didn't frame them. However, the point is moot. I could have come forward to exonerate them, and I didn't. For what it is worth, Teresa, and I know that is very little, I apologize. Here, take this letter back to Waterdeep. It will prove that Fallujah came with me without coercion. If I could rectify the situation any more than that, I would. Even so, I should kill you now. Your anger is understandable, but perhaps you would relieve yourself of it a bit easier if I told you what happened all those years ago. I fail to see how it will make the downfall of my family any more acceptable, but divulge your secrets if you must.
I'll remain silent. No. I would also like to hear your story.
It is difficult to see now, but in my youth I was a rather dashing ship's captain. I did not meet Fallujah until I was near to 45. Even then, I was still a sight to behold. Forgive my pride, but looking back it is not difficult to see how a noble girl, the cusp of womanhood, and yearning to taste freedom, would be swept away by tales of danger on the high seas. No, she begged me to take her with me, and I was happy to oblige. She was so beautiful, I thought a bit spoiled. She was nevertheless kind of heart, and smart, oh so very smart, and witty too. Oh, my crew loved her. They would have died for her. Some did. She had the world going for her back in those days. But then she died. Not in the physical sense, of course, but she was gone all the same. In her place emerged the cold wizard you found in the slaver's compound. transformation was complete so fast that I'm still unsure of what happened. You see, it doesn't take long for a dashing 45-year-old captain to crest 50, and a young woman eventually loses interest as her experience makes the world a smaller place.
Remain silent.
One day, when we were docked in Thay, Faluka informed me she was leaving. She had a bitter offer, she said. I was crushed. A stupid old man crushed by a 20-something young woman. Can you believe it? Utter foolishness looking back on it now. Of course, I didn't give up my captaining for a few years after that, but ever so slowly, I began to become more in tune with the suffering my ways caused the world and the people in it. And a conscience is not a good thing for a pirate to have. My crew mutinied when I began to reduce the number of attacks and the booty began to fall off. They left me stranded on a shoreline in Mulholland. It was there, as I was being chased by cannibals, that I saw the scales in the sky and heard the voice in my head.
Devote your life to me, it said, and I shall guide you to safety. I was willing to make any deal at that point, so I swore on my life to the scales. Tyr, Lord of Justice, delivered me that day, and so when I eventually arrived in Westgate, I settled down as promised to a life of meditation and prayer. I even changed my name to Edens, an anagram of Sneed, to symbolize that my pirate days were gone forever.
It wasn't long until I heard that Fallujah had arrived in Westgate. Only she had changed. It is highly unusual in Thay, but every so often a particularly precocious outsider with an enormous gift in the art is allowed into the Red Wizard's coven. Fallujah had evidently proved herself to the xenophobic Red Wizards. She had been placed in a position of high authority for the Thayan slave trading operation here.
Despite our past relationship, it was clear what needed to be done. Under Tyr's direction, I fought my way into the slaver's compound, easily ripping through her minions. Eventually, I confronted her directly, but when the time came to strike her down, I couldn't do it. Oh, Tyr, help me, but I couldn't do it. For a moment, I saw the young girl I had once loved, but the woman who remained only laughed and struck me savagely across the face with her staff. I fell to the ground, dazed and certain my end was near.
As I tried to see through the stars in my eyes, she jeered at me. I was a sentimental old fool, she said, and Tyr had only made me weak. Once I would never have hesitated. Then her henchmen threw me out, and I crawled home through the rain-drenched gutters. The stars never faded from my sight. In fact, the blackness only grew and eventually became complete. Tyr said it was the price of my disobedience. I could not argue with his judgment. Because of that moment of hesitation, Fallujah was allowed to continue for years. Hundreds, if not thousands of people have been enslaved as a result. But today it all ended. You have made right what I could not. You have delivered a measure of Tyr's justice to Fallujah. She deserved nothing, of course, for running away with a foolish old man. But what she became in the land of Thay was her own doing. For her life of slaving, she deserved what you gave her and more. Still, I'm saddened again at the thought of the young girl I once loved. But for the cold, heartless witch she became, I have no pity at all.
And now it is my turn. Yes, my sister in tear. I have been told that on this day, I too will receive the justice I am due. I turn myself over to you, Charissa of House Maernos. As Tyr's highest representative in Westgate, I now accept your judgment.
Prophet, no. Silence, Tarmesh, and learn from this moment. Faith in Tyr is never misplaced. I am prepared to accept any sentence that is given, for I shall never fear the justice of the main God. I simply wish to bear the verdict with Tyr's prayer on my lips and his holy symbol in my hands. Now do as you must.
I did not expect this today, Sneed. Yet the dilemma is not a difficult one. It is right that you pay for your crimes and the misery you have brought to my family, as well as countless others. Maybe it is a bit more complex, for you have clearly mended your ways, and that calls for lenience. Would killing you solve anything? Would it reverse the pain you have wrought? But no, that is not the point. This is not about penance, but justice. What do you deserve for your crimes, Sneed? What does 25 years without my parents warrant? What about the thousands of children who have likewise suffered?
No, sister, do not. Tarmesh, silence. Yes, what of justice for all of them? Now, Sneed, is the time for you to get what you deserve. Lydia, say something.
Again, both options are just fine. It should be her choice, I think. But at the same time, I wish I could say the first part of the first option. Charissa, do you speak of justice or vengeance? I don't want her to guide her into any one of those options. I'd like her to consider it. Is this justice and vengeance are not the same thing? At the same time, she knows him the best. If she really thinks that he deserves to die, then so be it. Man as he exists now should be allowed to live, but yeah, that's not the point. The shittiest man possible, just because he repents his actions, does not mean he doesn't deserve justice for those actions. I don't want to, you know. I'm tempted to say nothing. It's sort of a chicken shit way to do things, but I can't pick really the option I would like to pick. The first option is to try to keep him alive. The second is to try to basically goad her to kill him. I don't have really. I'm sorry, but I shall not interfere in the religious affairs of others. That's not an option because I'm also a follower here. I don't think I'll say anything.
Silence, Tarmesh. This is an internal church matter.
Very well, Sneed. I am prepared to deliver justice to you. Evil beware. I am in
Yes.
charge now. Greetings in the name of
And do you think we'll get another chance to destroy some greater undead? I've been so invigorated since that battle on the ship. At last we're doing something useful. So, what did you need? Ooh. I've noticed your sense of justice is a bit different from other tyrants. Oh no, not this again. Let me guess. You're implying, not very subtly, that I see the world too much in black and white, and not enough in shades of grey. Many of the fools in Waterdeep said the same thing, and there's a reason they're ineffective swords. Hmm. Are there never any shades of grey, as you put it? Listen, I give criminals all the justice they deserve, neither a sliver less nor a sliver more. What continually amazes me is how little sympathy so many people have for the poor souls these vermin prey upon. Take Ripper over there. For whatever reason, you've chosen to drag her along, and I guess she's useful. If you can put from your mind the harm she does to others. But you just called me Ripper. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Yes, so does the phrase self-righteous bit. Whatever, isn't there a pocket you need to pick somewhere? Anyway, Galadia, there are still plenty in the church who prevaricate, seek popularity, and in the end do nothing. I, on the other hand, have chosen to make a difference, and I do not have the luxury to be weak as others are. What was that look for? Paranoid D-man? D-man? Yeah, D as in doubt. Big D as in big doubt. Somehow fitting. Listen, you self-righteous twit. If you don't... Quick, D-man. Your cup's been robbed of its ale. Why don't you go save it, hero? That's about your level these days, isn't it? Don't care very much for our company, do you? It's not a question of that. No, it's a question of trust and faith. Faith that others will make the right decisions, and trust they will stand with me against the darkness when the time comes. And the time is coming. You can be sure of that. I neither trust nor have faith in our friends, though they're friendly enough, I suppose. I wonder if I can have faith in you. Yes, you can. Yes, yes, you do have promise. Only time will tell if it is fulfilled. Was there something else you needed? You seem a bit preoccupied recently. Do I? I hadn't noticed. Isn't there something else other than my mental state that should occupy your time? The readiness of this group to confront danger is important, so if there's something on your mind, I'm willing to listen. Listen to me. Look, sorry for snapping at you right then. You are right. I am consumed by many thoughts. As you know, my parents were imprisoned for a crime Pharaoh Sneed committed. While we have finished with that whole affair, questions remain. The more we investigate this wretched den of thieves and pirates, the more I notice the honest people who are their victims, those people the gods haven't seen fit to grant the abilities we have. Why? Why are they allowed to suffer? Is it right that they should be victimized? Is that justice? And why were my parents made to pay for a crime Pharaoh Sneed committed? Where's the justice in that? I have prayed hours by the hundreds on that question, and still Tyr provides no insight. I don't guess he will. But these things are all questions I can answer only from within. For now, there are larger issues yet. No? So was there something else you needed? I've noticed you're pretty tough on man types. His weakness is pathetic. I'm embarrassed for him and trying to toughen him up. That's all. You should thank me. You mean you despise him because he reminds you of your own doubts? I don't know if she has those doubts. I'll say it anyway. Huh, why don't you just take that advice and... Look, I do not doubt anything. There is no room for doubt in a true believer. Doubt is a lack of faith. A lack of faith is utter weakness. And I am not weak. I will never be weak. I can't be. My dear Brad, why did you have to be so prescient? Perhaps I was too tough on him. Well, I know what I must do. See, man, I would like to apologize for some of my earlier comments to you. They were a bit inappropriate. There's never any need to apologize where noble hearts express noble sentiments. That's big of you. And just one more thing. Whatever may have happened in your past, there is still hope. People need heroes. There are too few of us fighting too many of them. I guess that's what I'm saying is, we could really use your sword. Man-tides? Or was there something else? No. Not sure why I started talking to her. Seems new options though.
Well met.
The Night Mask are associating with vampires now. I put a number of those bloodsuckers to the sword back when I was with the church, but that was in old ruins and abandoned tombs, not on Westgate's own doorstep. What's happening to this city? Is there something you wish to discuss? Yeah. You're looking grimmer than usual. After what we've learned about vampires and the Night Mask, can you blame me? If those foul creatures truly are entwined with the organization, Westgate is in greater danger than I had imagined. I only wish Tasheni was by my side now. She hated undead even more fervently than I. During our adventures, she destroyed no small number of the creatures with arrows to their blackened hearts. If we come across any more, my sword shall strive to do the same. The questions does little to lift my spirits. I can see it's either suffering low spirits in your company or drowning myself in them without. What else do you want to know? Say nothing. What about you?
Hello, friend.
It was a mistake to return to Westgate, I see that now. I was preparing for the Night Mask I knew, not what they have become. Anyway, you wanted to ask me about something. Ooh. Did you know the Night Mask associated with vampires? If I did, I probably never would have come back to Westgate. I didn't mind risking my neck against my old friends at the Night Mask, but this I didn't bargain for. If I'd known bloodsuckers would be involved, I would have kept my neck as far away as possible. There were new bosses taking over the Night Mask when I left. I guess things are a lot different now. That's it for now. I'd like to report the Dark Dahlia results too. We'll probably get some gold back out of that. And experience wouldn't hurt either. We're not that far from another level up.
You know, I'm suddenly not so sure I did the right thing back there. All my righteous indignation, might it have been a cover for anger? Why do I suddenly feel so empty?
Because the man turned from his prior ways does not absolve him of the need to pay for past crimes. You did the right thing. Maybe, but the argument is strangely unpersuasive, and my doubts persist. Perhaps justice is not as clear-cut as I thought. But then Sneed's list of crimes was long, varied, and comprised of far more than what he did to my family. What of justice for his victims? Alas, this I must ponder at a future date. For now, the night masks, and that strange mask of yours, deserve our full attention. Onward then. It's good that she's starting to doubt herself at least a little bit. We're not gonna get a level up by recording this, but probably a quest or two after that, the next job. And that's probably a level up. Not that it'll make much of a difference. I suppose the cleric is the one who's going to benefit from this the most. We would have to get to level 15, I think, before we can get the next attack. Certainly will become a better fighter, more durable fighter and all that. But I don't think the difference is that great. But the cleric, it'll make a huge difference. If we can get to access to level 9 spells during this campaign, she's going to be an incredibly powerful character, probably the best one in the group.
Well, what news do you have to report about the Dark Dahlia?
The ship held a vampire in its cargo hold. It possessed a note mentioning Kashio.
A vampire? Yes. Yes, that makes sense. Why else would the leaders of the Night Masks keep themselves so meticulously hidden? This revelation could topple the whole organization. As for Kajil, that name is known to me. He, or it, is a powerful figure in Undergate and runs a drinking establishment there. Several of my more unsavory contacts have spoken of that place. I believe a token is needed to enter. Here is the cost of hiring the ship reimbursed in full, and some extra. Go to Undergate and learn what you can from this Kajil. I will continue gathering information about your mask. Return when you have some news to report, specifically anything relating to vampires.
Any advice on getting a token?
Do you truly think a lady of my standing would know, or have call to enter such a place? Speak with your contacts. Perhaps they can help.
So we got 45,000 back. That explains it why it's so hard to... Rather, why you don't really... it's hard to get the 40,000 if you wouldn't have any money. I get it back. The war maze. The Viper. Albert. Poison. Anti-venom chainmail. Immunity to poison. The shield +2. Right, we have quite a few interesting items for sale. And we're level 12, right? Ooh, need to be level 10 to craft these. What I'm interested in seeing is where does the lines go? What can we do at level 12 +4, level 15? I think this is a fine point for us to try to boost our equipment a little bit. We have the levels needed to get +4, and that is very good already. And I don't know if we're going to even get level 15. It's very likely that we can, but it's at that point the game will be at a situation where it's not going to make much of a difference. So we're going to boost our equipment. This is a good spot. I need to go to talk to the crafting merchant to maybe buy more books, see our options. We do have a cleric, so she can't do exactly everything that a mage could do. It can do the basic enchantments, it requires just the light spell. It's a cantrip. Everyone has it. Weak power, glowing air. Star sapphire. We don't have star sapphires. So yeah, I think the biggest option or obstacle is really the gems at the moment. So maybe not yet do the crafting, but keep an eye out for shopping opportunities. There's the taverns, then the merchant's quarter. The Kajil might also have something for us to buy. So, what do you need for +3? Emerald. We don't have any emeralds. We have no star sapphires. So unless we have a solution to the gem issue, we're not going to be able to craft shit. Yep, no crafting. Gems. Once we have access to gems, then we can do crafting. We could add elemental damage to some things, or do +2 weaponry, I suppose. It only requires diamonds. That would be to add to the adamantine effect, but yeah, I think I'll just let the crafting go for now and wait for access to more jewelry. But I'm certainly looking forward to trying to jump on that the moment it becomes available.